What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 5 of 10 in the Pit. Today we're going to be talking about the full 5-step approach and what we do after we get the ball pushed away. We're going to talk about timing, and in this episode, which is part 1 of this 2-part series of the full approach, we're going to be looking at the back view and what our arm swing should look like and how we should be rotating the ball. So stay tuned, we're going to hit the lanes and we're going to show you exactly what that should look like. Let's get better today. Alright, so before we head out on the lanes, there's a couple things that I just want to go over with you guys. One is, again, like every other video in this series, it doesn't need to look exactly what I look like in the video. We want this to make it personal to you, but there are just a couple things that I want you to hit. And 2 is we're looking at the backswing here. On the back view, we can't see a whole lot with timing. We're going to do the side view on part 2. And we're going to go really in depth with timing and where the arm swing should be on certain steps. But with the back view, we're really trying to focus in on our arm swing, the direction of our arm swing, and when our elbow and wrist are getting in the correct positions. So stay tuned. We're going to go through our slow motion videos and explain exactly what this should look like. Let's hit the lanes. Okay, so I've taken some videos of the back view and slowed them down a bit. So here's one in just a little bit of slow motion, and we can see kind of what's going on here as the backswing is pushed forward, which we just went over in the push away, and then it's brought back and swung through, and we rotate the ball. So some things I'm going to go over in detail is how straight the push away is, how straight the backswing is, and how our elbow and wrist are on the inside part of the ball. So we're going to start with the push away and see how that looks. So at this point you can't see the ball. My shoulders are projected to the right and I'm just pushing it dead straight, right? Kind of towards the target and where my shoulders are aiming. This is really what we want to do with the push away. We don't want to have it way too far right so we see the ball too soon, and we don't want it too far left so we never see the ball on our push away. That's a really big key with the push away on direction. Now, when we're getting the ball back, we don't want to pull it. I almost caught myself there. We're letting the gravity of the ball and the energy it's building up swing the ball back. We're not pulling back, so you can see how my shoulders stay pretty square. I open them a little bit, and I open my hips a little bit to get the ball so that it is square and straight, and that's another big thing as well. So what we want, and by straight, it's between my right ear and my head and my hips there, directly in line with my target. This is where we want the arm swing. We don't want it too far in, we don't want it too far out. This is how we're going to hit target. Okay, and now because we have our arm swing on line, we're able to project the ball really easily on the target. We're not trying to force the ball left or right with our shoulders or our hand or any of those small muscles. The ball is just falling into place. Now you can see where I get my arm on my hand and elbow on the inside part of the bowling ball. This is super important here. When we practice our 1 and no step drill, that's what we're trying to get to, is the elbow and wrist on the inside of the ball, so we can do that. And at the very last second, snap the elbow and snap the wrist and rotate the ball. This is the feeling that we really want to get from the back view. And with this, we can rotate the ball effectively. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those demonstrations because they're a really good illustration to exactly what the backswing should look like from the back view. So a couple points I want to go over with you, 4 of them actually. One is the push away. Again, we want that to be very straight. We don't need to be too far left, we don't need to be too far right. In the video you saw how very straight that was. My shoulders were pretty open, I'm pretty far left on the lane. If I had straightened up when I'm playing on the right side, that you're not going to be able to really see the ball because I'm not pushing it out this way because my shoulders are pointed very straight and parallel to the foul line. Another one is letting the ball drop. So when we push away and let the ball drop, we're not pulling back. We're just letting the ball fall. And we're letting our shoulders kind of follow it a little bit, and then we're just letting it fall forward. We're not trying to rip on anything or muscle anything. That's where a lot of inconsistencies come from a lot of beginner bowlers, is that we like to rip it back and pull it forward, and that's not what we're trying to do. The ball itself will generate enough energy if we just let it fall, and that's how that high backswing gets. I'm not pulling it back. That's just the ball following and gravity building up that energy in the ball. The next is the line that our backswing is on. We don't want that too far in, So on this side of my head, we don't want it too far right, so on this side of my head, you can see that it pretty much covered my head really well. It was just on the inside of my right ear, so if I was a left-hander, it would be just on the inside of my left ear. That's going to generate a really consistent direction down lane. So I'm not having to work to keep the ball in line because it's just falling in line. It's just falling on the target that I want. I don't need to yank my shoulders left, which is a mistake that I do now for some of the changes I've made. And I don't need to try to throw the ball to the right because my arm swing is already on line to the target I want to hit. And lastly, the fourth point I want to hit on is how much you could see my elbow and wrist were on the inside part of the ball. I'm not out here trying to chicken wing the ball. Everything is on the inside so that at the last moment I can rotate the ball and effortlessly make that rotation. What I see a lot of beginner bowlers do is try to force that rotation, and that's not really what we want. We're not trying to use these small muscles because it won't work very consistently. They'll have to work really hard in order to generate that rotation. The rotation I'm making is all from the weight of the ball falling with gravity. I get my hand in the right position, and then right at the last second, I've got a little bend in my elbow, I got a little bend in my wrist, and then I just release it. And that's where that rotation picks up. So those are some big things that I want you to focus on when you film yourself from the back view. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and thank you for making 10 in the Pit possible. A few last things I do want to go over with you guys. If you're new to the channel or you're one of my loyal subscribers that's been engaging with our content since I started, I do really appreciate it, guys. The support has been awesome, and the channel is kind of taking off a little bit. We're really close to our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you're watching this video, this is kind of the first time that I've really publicized what exactly is going on, and I'm really excited to bring that to you. So here soon, we're going to be hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway for that to show you my appreciation for the support I've gotten from this channel for making it possible. So with that, this jersey here, Jersey Alley, I'm a brand ambassador for them. For any of you guys that didn't know that, I did ink a deal with them. They've set me up. These jerseys are really awesome. They will make anything for you guys. They're really cool. So for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, that's what I'll be giving away. One of these custom jerseys. I'm going to get with Jersey Alley. We're going to make something up really cool, and one of you lucky subscribers is going to win this jersey. So stay tuned as we creep closer to 1,000 subscribers. We'll go into some more detail on exactly how you can enter to win one of these awesome Jersey Alley jerseys. Thanks, guys.